What's going on, everyone? We're in the queue right now for Nyheim. But I'm gonna lower the music. Seems a little bit loud. Yeah. So we're in the queue for. Well, not even in the queue. I don't think there's a queue for Nyheim. But we also have Green Hell. He's a little bit longer than I thought for that. The Mollusk queue isn't terribly long, but Nyheim. I'm gonna play for a few hours, like 3 hours a night, and I'm probably gonna get back on Sunday morning. Here we are loading in. Give me a few minutes to get everything set up, and then we'll start right up. I forgot that I had a character going. I completely forgot. Let's get away from, like, everything. This was when I remember we played a little bit ago. And we ended up getting kicked. Alright, let me get myself. Hey, crap, this is loud. Alright. Alright, so I think we're already across the bridge. Hello, Bailey. Can you hear me fine? I feel like the... Okay, good. I think I ended up killing some people. I gotta change my character from being female. I'm a man. How much lunch meat is? Jeez. Wait a second. Did somebody bring me this way before? I don't know. I haven't been too far in this map. Do we have anything to fill water up? No. Might as well get some now. Hey, come on, dude. Oh my god. He's gonna kill me. Or not. He's gonna rob me blind. I'll just be nice. Play innocent. I'll play like I just started the game. He raped me. Yep. He raped me blind. He at least left me my bag. Well, let's just go back to drinking water. Anyway, we'll just act like that didn't happen. So like I was saying, it's been a while. I didn't hear anything. I actually saw him before, like, I saw him before I heard him. Yeah, he's had to have looted all this. Even left a zombie for me. Are you kidding me? Okay. Whoa. Holy stutter. It's pretty stuttery right now. Yeah, I remember going this way last time. I had a map too at one point. The sound effects on this have definitely changed. That's all that extra sound effects wasn't a thing before. Okay, there's death ahead. Hey, this is mine. I feel like my sound settings aren't great right now, but no. I guess it is fine. Test. Okay, that works. Put a little bit of music on. You guys might be able to hear it. I don't know. Yeah. Wait, did I... I hear a dead body, I think. frames are feel a lot better. With my new monitor, that is. Ooh. Didn't know they had this on this map. Readjusting myself. My situational awareness for this game feels off. I had played last week for like 7 hours, but obviously it's very situation dependent, so I don't know why this serves like this. It is restarting, but even the stamina is acting a little bit weird. That's usually the telltale sign. The telltale sign the server's messed up. Hey man, I don't want to put everybody into a queue again. But I will be playing for a while on Sunday. I want to play till midnight tonight at least, which isn't a long time, but better than nothing. What's this over here? I get the feeling this isn't really worth it to look in. This building's never worth it to look in. Wow, everything's like has a delay. Ah. I'm contemplating switches, or Deadfall definitely would be fine. It's just there's a queue. I'll take a look at it again. I had fun the last time I played on this map, so. Wow, so many different sound effects. I noticed, obviously I hadn't played since the fall, but a lot of the streamers are talking about, I would hear them say, no, that's just ambient noise. So I can tell that was the sounds would probably get into them too. I don't know about making this turn. I feel like I'm turning around with this one. I really feel like I'm supposed to be headed this way. So I'm just going to head straight through the dense trees. Alright, this seems promising. I see water over that way. Oh no. A little bit more than water that way. Yeah, I see like the other side of land. Like a lake or something. Okay. Oh, the castle. I feel like the castle is going to be more promising. So no drop frames. My FPS is bouncing between 100 and 200. I can't see directly behind me. Little hut down there. Alright, let's try to beeline it for this castle. Oh shit. Shots fired. This is the first set of shots that I've heard. Oh, fuck. Alright. They're duking it out. Let me get to... It's like that way. I'm hoping it's... still have a beeline to the, because that's not far. I should be running into this castle. I never turned. I never turned. Did I? There's no way I bypassed this castle. Oh no. Maybe I get some high ground and I can... Oh, fuck. It was at the castle. Well, alright. Well, we don't have much to lose. Other than we're fucking... Oh, this is badly damaged. Can we put our boots on our back? Yeah. Other than the fact that this is badly damaged, so it's not going to do much. Stealth is non-existent in DayZ now, right? Okay. How do you open that gate? What? Oh, shit. It hit me off the screen. Sorry. I got this stupid pop-up that keeps... He's right above me. I don't even know how to get in there. How do I get in there? Is this all the way around again? See if we hear something. Just opening the gate made me jump. We should keep this on until we get... Yes, send it. Ugh. That would be pesos. I don't even know how to do any of that stuff anymore. I gotta figure it back out. Alright. I wonder what's more... Is... Oh, he's right there. Alright. Okay. If this guy lets me get him... Okay. There's no way I'm gonna get... There's no... I see him right there. I see his little, like, noggin right there. Yeah, it's good to be back. What can I do? I feel like somebody else is coming. I wonder if he'll come all the way over here. Yeah. Alright. Alright. He's got to know that I'm coming. All right. You guys ready? He has to make his shots. Yeah, that's it. All that lag. What a shame. What a shame. What in the lag fest? Man, I miss DayZ. Yeah, this game is lagging like crazy right now, though. Man, you're right. What a loser. Is that a backpack? Oh, I have army pouch. All right. The lag is. I don't know if I could keep playing this. Ooh. Yeah, sorry I've been away so long, Send It. I mean, I just got so fucking tied up after the move that it was almost impossible to, like, keep up with shit. I wanted to play so bad, but... What's this? Us takes 308. And this takes... Why didn't he use this? He had a fucking SK. No, the only time I played was I got on to test my new screen once we got to the new house, and that's it. That was it. Holy crap, that's a... Yeah, that was pretty much it. I had a fucking SK. But the reason I didn't play is primarily because I outfitted my home with a bunch of smart devices. Kind of talking about... I streamed last weekend, but I didn't even get to get into that. I pretty much... Like, a lot of stuff in my home is automated. It takes a lot of... not just patience, but it takes an immense amount of, like... You really got to want to do it, because it's a lot of maintenance that's involved with it. So, because of that, I ended up, you know, focusing on that. So a lot of times I'd get home and I'd... Like example is like when my wife comes home, the garage opens. We have an ultra wideband front door lock, which basically means if you have your phone in your pocket, you walk up to it within like a foot or two, it unlocks. We also have a smart lock on the garage door. The garage door, the laundry room door, and the garage door are also smart. We have sensors all over the house. I have a motorized lanai in the back, which cost me like $10,000. Sensors in every room. All the lights turn. We have motorized plantation shutters, which is really cool, and then motorized shades on the patio and kitchen windows. So automations is the way of life when it comes to smart homes. So the more automations you have, the better. And the way it works is In the morning, the shades are closed, the kitchen shades are closed, all the lights are off, and the patio or sliding glass door shades are closed. The first time somebody enters after like a full night, the shades slowly open, the kitchen shades open, the lights gradually come on. The spot lights come on and the ceiling fan light. I installed ceiling fans in the living room, dining room, and the patio. Another example of an automation I did was you go out into the patio. If it's above a certain temperature, the patio fans automatically come on. And another one, this is probably the nicest automation, is when it hits 8:15, 8:20 p.m., just after sunset, the shades close. The living room, all at the same time. The living room or sliding glass door shades close to halfway. The kitchen shades close all the way, and every single light in the house that is on turns to a warm candlelight. So it really sets the mood for the evening. And on weekdays, every light in the house turns red at 10 o'clock. On weekends at 11:45, every light in the house turns red. So you have red lights when you're getting to sleep. No, you remember I was a plumber and a maintenance engineer at a hotel for a while. So now that we bought a home, I can do a lot of stuff. So it is nice. My thermostat's a smart thermostat. I have a soil sensor to detect the soil moisture, which I should probably check right now, because I checking a sprinkler system is kind of important in Florida because it rains a lot. So I want to make sure, but it also, I like knowing it tells me why, because it's so fucking sunny that it can burn your grass. And I just checked it. It's at 20 something percent. As long as it's over 20%, I'm good. So that let me know that I have to turn the sprinklers on a little bit more. And I could connect the to it. I also use something called Matter over Thread and Zigbee. Zigbee is the way to go. And by the way, the Premier lights for everything. Oh, yeah. So speaking of security cameras, I'm looking up at, I have another monitor in my office on the wall. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cameras up there. I have the doorbell camera and 4 other ones. I have 2 full-size PTZ cameras with 16 times zoom. They're all Reolink, and then I have a static camera on the side to my daughter's room, and then I have a static wide lens camera that's effectively 2 cameras in one, and I have an NVR recording everything 24/7. I set that up myself, and I had to run Ethernet all over the house, so that ended up being a project and a half. That took me an entire day to run because I have Ethernet going to all the rooms, but I had to go into the attic to feed it to all. So all my cameras are power over Ethernet, all of them. Nope, no pool at the moment. I could do it. That's what this guy was doing. Oh well, that's a zombie, so I don't know why. Alright, so we should head that way. But yeah, no pool. Would be like 30,000. I'm not terribly interested in a pool, to be honest. We'll wait for the reset. I don't know if I want to stay on the server though, dude. It's fucking laggy as hell, and I don't know why. I've also, I keep getting told at work that I've gotten pretty shredded. But I'm really been watching what I eat during the week. So I've lost about 20 pounds, and then I've, What happened? How'd you get evicted? Well, I'm assuming obviously not paying the rent, but is it rent or was it mortgage? I thought you owned. I forgot if you owned or not. Oh, so it's not like it was like a payment thing. It's just like, oh, your boss is moving in, get out, type of deal. How this person messed that up is beyond me, but I've done worse, I guess. He pays rent. Oh, so was he paying rent for you to stay there? My lights are about to turn red, by the way. It's 9:58 over here. Oh. Yeah, but I'm definitely into a lot of the smart home stuff. I've been literally from December till now. I've dove heavily into that. Oh, so you didn't technically get evicted? You evicted yourself? If that's what I'm getting, if I'm getting that right. Tonight's one of those nights like I really could snack, but when I get on the scale every Saturday and I haven't, it's not like I gain a ton of weight. I just don't like seeing the fat percentage go up, and because I've worked so hard to get it to go down, and it went up the past 2 weeks, and I did not like that. Even though I weigh like 20 pounds less, I don't want the fat going up. I'm trying to get myself back to around, it says I'm at, like, I started this off at 30% body fat, and now I'm around, I got as low as 24, and it went back up to like 26. My goal is to just get around 20 and I'd be fine. If high teens, just 20 or less is fine for me. I'm not trying to get anything crazy, but... Oh, he was homeless. Alright, I thought you got like evicted, like a landlord evicted you. You self-deported. Get it? Because people are deporting. They get paid money to self-deport now. Yeah, there's quite a bit of so on the cameras thing was another thing. Like my cameras pan to, at least 2 of them do that, and then I have the widescreen. I actually learned like the pan tilt zooms are cool, but it's honestly better to have a static camera because like, or the one of those wide lens ones that are technically 2 cameras in one. I'm looking at my camera right now. It's pretty cool. Obviously I can see pretty much everything from my phone. I know when Bailey leaves. I know when somebody's at the front door. I know when somebody's in the backyard, all that crap. Oh, the executives left, huh? Is there a reason for that? I'm assuming, does it have anything to do with somebody whose name rhymes with Lami? Just curious. Ah. Great state of Florida is always welcoming. Unless you vote blue, don't come here ever. I wonder how long this state's gonna stay like this. Obviously, DeSantis got voted back in office for a reason, but he's obviously out after this year, I guess. And there's some Republicans that are running, but they're odd, to say the least. Odd. I don't really have any other word for it. God, I'm so hungry right now, but this is one of those nights, especially when you're playing DayZ, you kind of want to snack a bit, but I can't. That's the sucky part, is I can't. I see why people have, it's because most people don't have any discipline. I know I have more discipline than the average person. Like, I can see, and then people comfort eat a lot, but yeah, people have been telling me at work, like, you're looking extra shredded. And I'm not on anything major. I'm on TRT. And I just work out. I will only work out 3 times a week, but I just try to make it pretty intense. And then I also really have been watching what I eat during the week. So my fiance is making back to she. Alright, you're still making quite a bit of money, right? Oh, by the way, the other reason I've had a hard time streaming is because I'm using the rest of my GI bill up to, like, so we can pay off some debt. Obviously, we accrued some debt after purchasing this home. I might have said this my last couple streams, but not take home. Oh. We purchased the home for $513 and I got appraised at $560. Another house in our neighborhood that has 0 upgrades is attempting to sell for like $575. Same rooms, same square footage, everything. And we have a motorized lanai. A lanai is obviously, that's a big deal in South Florida. We have almost like an extra room out back because of that. Without that lanai, you can't enjoy it 24/7. I might get an awning as well, but we have a motorized lanai. These are things that you don't need much. You don't really have to be invested into the smart home universe to enjoy. The shutters, simply a hub and an app that we would give to the next person purchasing a home. So all the shutters, plantation shutters in my daughter's room, office, and master bedroom are automated. And we have a very nice chandelier we bought. Ceiling fans on the patio and in the living room and dining room. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Every time it crashed. We'll try to see if we can get back in. That's fucking stupid. That happened to me last time on this map. I'm only taking in 35% already. Everything goes back into the company. How much is that for you? The server wasn't full when I'll try to get back in. Let's reset Steam. But weren't you living in Seattle? 80K out there is not even, that's fucking not even minimum wage out there. All right. Let's. That breaks over. Yeah, weren't you living in Seattle? I'm thinking like 80K isn't much out there. Where'd Nyheim go? Maybe this is a sign I should stay off of it. Well, Deadfall only has... Deadfall only has 2 queue. And it's always been pretty, quality for me, I guess. In terms of the ping. Although my Namal's ping has went down dramatically. But we'll do Deadfall. Like, the ping on Nyheim wasn't bad either. Anyway, I own both houses and both. Yeah, I have a ton of debt from this move. Like, probably it's in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot of debt. I realize, like, I have close to 100,000. It's probably a little less now because we did some what is it? Balance transfers with my wife. So she took the balance, and for the first year, I want to say, on that card, there's no interest, so we're trying to pay that card down. That's not counting the house. It's a lot, but you're right. Probably I can say a good 20 to 30,000 is stuff that's invested in the house. The rest is not. So. I think tomorrow we're gonna work. So what I ended up doing, so above the garage is the access to the attic. We're in the queue right now, by the way. Above the garage is the access to the attic, and like as soon as you go up there above the garage, there's quite a bit of space. You have a lot of the joists, ceiling joists, like you kind of you have to step on them, obviously, or you'll put your foot through a drywall. But then when you go towards the house, from the garage, it gets pretty cramped, and that's where I had to, like, at certain parts, I think I have a gable roof, which basically when you get too closer to the edge of the house, it starts sloping down, and that's where I had to get a lot of Ethernet cords across different corners of the house. It was fucking rough, but I did it. My wife did help me a bit on the outside, but above my garage, I saw, I'm like, there's a ton of space up here. So I got 4x4 sheets of plywood, pre-cut, and I went up there and I placed them down as a floor, and I was able to put quite a bit up there, from the garage. So it cleared out, at this point, like 30 to 40% of the garage. So now I'm gonna start putting shelves in the garage, start clearing out space because I want to get our gym set up. My wife hasn't been able to work out. So we're gonna probably put some shelves up tomorrow. Just make some room and then put the shelves up tomorrow. It won't be. Another most hated company in LA. I'm actually gonna be going to Columbia at I think the beginning of June for work for like 3 days. Not excited. Not excited at all. I went to Mexico City a few weeks back. I was there for like 3 or 4 days. Again, not excited. You gotta remember, I'm a Hispanic male. I walk into a Spanish-speaking country and I don't speak Spanish. It's one thing if you're white or black. It's a different thing when you're Hispanic. Go to a Hispanic-speaking country and then your name is Spanish fuck and you don't speak Spanish. So, get called a coconut, Milano, whitewashed, all that crap. As if I've never heard that before, but yeah. So, that's why, speaking of Africa, that's why I like when black people do that shit to me. Oh, you don't speak Spanish? Oh, you don't speak fucking... I'll say that shit all day. Don't care. If a white person asks me it and they're German, you don't speak Scheißenfutzen, ja, like, Heil Hitler. Like, you don't speak any of that, right? Aren't you German? Yeah, it's condescending as fuck, and I love saying that to people. And then they get mad and say it's racist. Well, you do the same shit to me, so... yeah. It's annoying because it's like... I always wonder, I'm like, dude... how do you think that's original in any way? Yeah, Africa is a shithole. Like... People don't like saying that, just like they don't like saying Puerto Rico is a garbage fucking island that my mother was born and raised on. And I've been to several times. It is a garbage island with a ton of garbage people. It is annoying. It's not even a nice place to visit. Go to the U.S. Virgin Islands. Bahamas is a fucking ghetto mess. But it's still nicer than... That's inland, but it's still nicer than fucking Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's a shithole. Yeah, like I wish people would do that more and just call certain countries shitholes. And how you can define that is like, well, is your likelihood of getting robbed higher or lower than where you came from? Are you being nagged by people left and right? Like, you can say this for most inner cities in America, but you don't have to travel far to get to some sort of safe neighborhood. Are the police trying to get money from you? They do that in Africa and Mexico quite a bit. When I was in Mexico City, we got picked up in a bulletproof vehicle. Not a very safe place. And it was right after the situation that happened there. By the way, we got fucking Nicolas Maduro. That's great. I'm assuming where you've traveled to, you probably had traveled in a... You can't tell it's a bulletproof vehicle from the outside, but once you get inside or open the door, you see how thick the doors and windows are. It's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that when I got picked up at the airport. Because it looked like a regular fucking, like... shitty SUV, and you open it and it's thick as fuck. I'm 2 in Q, by the way. It's thick AF. Looks like Deadfall is still popping. I'm very happy for that. For Deadfall. I love that Green Hell still like survives after. I'm not gonna deny it. I've missed Blackpool, Project Blackpool. And by the way, Send It and everybody else in here, I will be playing Sunday morning, so. What else can I say that's happened in the past several months? You know, I started going back to school. I did tell you, I might have said this on the streams a while ago, I did get 100% VA disability, so that's made a massive difference. But I still have a ton of debt, so... Why Why'd that? Wait a second. Oh, I think the YouTube stream might have like. YouTube stream might have disconnected and connected. I don't know why. Yeah, because what you said there sent it, or what you said there sent it. It didn't send to the YouTube stream. I no longer have kidnapped Nozomi and Gaia. I have a guy I work with that his family's from Guyana and he looks Indian, but he's from the US, and I just like, we like saying, good morning, my friend. Good morning, brother. His name's Randy. Good morning, Randy. You come into work today? It's funny because he looks like he sounds like that, and he speaks perfect English. Yeah, so the other thing is, for my smart home stuff, I use something called Home Assistant, and I bought something called a Home Assistant Green, which is like $150, and slowly but surely all the automations in my house, that thing comes with only 6 gigabytes of RAM, and slowly but surely all the automations in my house started, like, they would disconnect, and it was a huge issue. The lights were disconnecting, or it would crash constantly. At the end of the day, I had to get a mini PC for like $500, and that changed everything. It's been working, not perfectly, but working much better since then. The thing with smart home stuff, if you're doing it yourself, it's never going to be perfect. It's difficult. You learn as you go. Yeah, okay, so that makes sense with Guyana. Yeah, he told me like his family's from there, but he tries to act like he has no Indian in him. I'm like, what's their background? They're from Guyana. Like, he doesn't want to say it. I'm like, bro, you can see it in him. He's Indian. He just likes to say he's Guyanese, and he looks like Cash Patel. So, minus the Coke eyes. What do they speak down there? Do they speak Spanish down there, or what? Do they speak Bollywood down there? English. Yeah, he did say that. Not even Spanish. That place is a mutt of a country, I guess. Yeah. Sitting at 2 in Q. Oh, this queue's gonna move slow, I guess. It was an English colony. Yep. British and English colonies. Well, the same thing, technically. What am I talking about? Yeah, colonialism ruling the world once again. America first. What else can I say about my... Oh, yeah. So the other automation I have is like when my daughter, I try to let my daughter sleep in a little bit because she gets homeschooled. So her lights don't come on until after her shutters open. So she actually gets woken up by the sun at 9:30, I think. They open up the top portion, and then I think at 9:15 they open up the top portion. 9:30 they open up the bottom, and then after that the light will come on once it detects movement. 13 trips to Guyana. Yeah, I remember you saying you went there. I didn't remember the Indian part. I do not remember that part. And then we have a bay windows in the master bedroom, so we have automated plantation shutters there, where the top third will open up for privacy, and then you can open all of them. And all these have remotes. They all have remotes. We have Hunter Douglas wood woven shades in the living room. It's like 3 big shades, and then in the kitchen we have 1 shade at the window in the kitchen. Oh, here's another thing I got. I bought the Narwhal smart vacuum. It came out like a few weeks ago, and I bought it a week after it came out, so there's like a sale. It was originally $1,500. I paid like $13. Oh, I'll wait for the ads. Still at number 2 in queue. Yeah, I have the Narwhal Flow 2. It is an amazing smart vacuum that also mops. I had a horrible experience probably around the time I first started streaming in like 20. That was a little bit before that. We bought a smart vacuum, a Roomba. Roomba are trash. Most of your smart vacuums that are under $500 just do not have the capacity to do anything, barely. The premium ones are definitely worth it, especially if you have a tiled floor, because they can mop too. And we have white tile, so it vacuums, it mops. You can actually tune into the camera randomly in your home on it and just drive it around, or you can watch it as it cleans. It is pretty damn nice. And then I decided to go the extra mile. Most people do not have that. There's a lot of people who have premium smart vacuums like Roborock or Eufy or Narwhal, but I paid $1,500 for this vacuum, and it was one that I paid that for the specific model of the vacuum. Most of your smart vacuums, you have to empty out water and you have to refill it with clean water and all that crap. I don't have to do any of that. Mine's hooked up to my plumbing system. I hooked it up. I had to drill a hole next to my dishwasher, and it runs behind my dishwasher, the drain line for it, and we're 1 in queue now, and the supply line. So it fills itself up with water and it dumps out dirty water. I can promise you, most people who have a smart vacuum, no matter how nice, do not have that. Yeah. That was a game changer. My wife's getting used to using it. We don't use it all the time because the thing is you have to have the floor somewhat clear, but I guess it can clean around stuff. I don't really like doing that, but you can do that. The first smart vacuum that I got back in we got back in like 21, it was horrible. We had it in our small apartment. It had trouble docking. It had trouble cleaning up as a whole. It would get tangled with hair. This one I've maybe noticed it have trouble docking one time, and it seems like because it has built-in AI, it fixes any issues it has. 30,000 whatever, 33,000 suction power, whatever fucking units, but the mopping is what I like the most. It's not going to clean up hard stains, like if my wife drops coffee or something like that, but it does do a good job of giving it a good clean. So, oh, here we go. So, yeah, I mean, you gotta remember I got 2 kids, so we can't always do it. And the other one had started walking a few months ago. Fucking, she wasn't even 1, and she started walking like she just turned 1 like a week ago, and she's been walking for the past like 2 months. And my first didn't start walking till like probably she would stand, but she wasn't really truly walking till like 14, 15 months. Whoa, whoa. Are you kidding me? How long has it been? How long has it been? What do I have going on in here? What? I have ammo? How old is she? I mean, it doesn't really matter, dude. I guess that's the biggest thing is I learned you already know that though. It doesn't actually matter at all. How is this character? I'm not even gonna ask. This character's been alive. They haven't cleared the server out in like 6 months. Think of that. It's almost as old as your little flesh nugget. They can stand up and not stay up. Let me find somebody to team up with. Yeah, it's not really fun once they start walking. Then you gotta watch them 24/7. This one decided to start walking early, so I don't think it means any. I mean, she is. Remember, she's 100% breastfed, so. It is a lot. I see it's a lot more difficult. It is a lot more difficult now. Cheeseburger. Ah, you ain't gotta pay much. Just a couple plug covers. Right? That's it. That's in the city, I think. Oh my god. That's too many zombies. I didn't even realize you had 2 dogs. I thought you just had the one. Jeez, 17? Yeah, the cat that was, my cat that died that when I was, in training. Just... Fuck. A doorknob. So, like, kind of retarded. I don't really want to get in a fight here. I'd like to team up, but... packages. But the people here don't seem too friendly. Pet trivia team. Yeah, so a little bit retarded.
Come out.
What? Psst. Hey, talking to the guy in the tower? I hear footsteps over there. I'm about to hear gunshots. I'm gonna have a massive zombie problem. There's other people here. Well, how old is he again? The one that you have to leash? Come out now. Oh, I mean, he's still. I don't even know what that's considered. A toddler is a dog. I don't know. Kid. Teen. I don't even know what you'd consider it. There's somebody else here. Hello? 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 I had a working German Shepherd trained to protect, but he passed from cancer. Pogo. What's a pogo? A pug? Come out. Hey, guy in the tower. Are you, friendly? Or the skyscraper? I'm on shout. Last time when I'm here, I remind when I ran into Chowder. Oh, I thought it was like I thought Pogo was like a, you know. Well, I gotta say goodnight to my daughter. Haven't done in a while. Say hi to everyone.
Hi.
Talk. Talk. Go ahead. Tell everyone what you did today. Stop it. Say it.
I go to Jackson.
Talk. Keep.
Went to.
Say it louder.
I went to Right Bay.
And what else?
I went to Jiu-Jitsu.
Say it.
How is everyone? I'm going to bed. Good night.
No, she doesn't want a puppy. Love you. Lila, your. Alright, now let's get my other daughters. Your turn. Say hi. No. Just say hi. She's not much for words right now. Dada? Okay, she's not much for words. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can Let's check that tower. Hello? Anyone in there? You started welding. I never knew how to weld. Solder, yes. I mean, you don't need to solder much anymore, so I don't know if it's the same thing with welding. I feel like you definitely still need underwater welders. That's I mean, I get paid a lot for what I do, so. And I don't think under welding period's a lot of work. I feel like I don't do a ton of work half the time. I do, but I don't. It really depends on the day. So you have to, oh, well, you'd weld your own boat, yeah. How is there nobody here and I sat in a queue that, well, I guess I know where everybody's at. Thought I heard footsteps, but maybe I was wrong. shipyard recruits. Everybody who worked at the shipyard when I was in the Navy was a prior felon. Like the government contracts that given out, they're temporary jobs, but a lot of prior felon. Not everybody, but a lot of prior felons. So. I don't know if that was your experience. Send it. I think we're talking about different people, though. I don't think we're talking about the, yeah, I think we're talking about different people. Definitely need a battery. You know who stopped playing, I believe, is Jay. Jay plays games. I think he had to stop playing. I don't think there's ever going to be, like, there might be long times I go without playing sometimes. Like, when I had to go to training or when we just moved. I don't know if there's ever going to be that I'm going to stop playing. I just don't think that's going to happen. This is too much of a getaway for me. Oh yeah, yeah, they make bank. I was talking about the ex-felons. I don't have my gun out because I'm trying to make friends. But yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a time that I'm like gonna stop playing. God, this keeps fucking happening. This pop-up. Yeah, maybe he just didn't want to play anymore because I know he was frustrated with the way things were going with this stream, but he did much better than me. I know that much. To be fair, my job pays a lot of money. These sound effects are crazy. I thought I could put that on somehow. Never mind. Dude, I'm hearing so much. I think he was. Maybe that's why. I'd like to get some income off it. Dude, if I made enough money, I would quit my job. But I'd need to literally make right now 140,000. No, 120 something thousand. Which is possible, but I equate that like literally as that's literally probably what Smoke is making. Mine's is guaranteed because I have salary. So yeah. But Smoke's probably gonna be like that. He's gonna be fine. But I'm pretty sure he's making, from Twitch alone, he's making over 100,000, and then whatever he gets on YouTube, so you know. But I'm not Smoke. I'd have to. My VA disability. I just no way I would be able to. I make too much money at my job. I'm making 123 plus the 50,000 tax free for Well, I really make 167,000, and then I get another bump in pay not this September, next September, and that'll be up to like 140 something. So I'll be making 190,000. You see, like I too much of a pay cut for me. It'd be so stress-free, though. Not stress-free, but just a lot less stressful. The guns sound insane now. Oh, welcome back. I feel like people can hear that from so far away, though. I think I came from that way. Oh man, I forgot my monitor makes everything like extra dark. Let me put gamma on because you guys can't see shit, I'm assuming. Yeah, I can't see fucking anything. There you go. I know where that is. The old stomping grounds. the airfield. Oh no, that's fireworks. Is that fireworks? Turbo free. What's wrong with you? Send it. Oh my god. I can't see jack shit. Like, it's really bad. I don't know what's gonna be when it's the settings on my screen are... Do I have the remote for this? Like, it's honestly not fair. And I don't even know how to... You know, the funny thing is the brightness on my screen is all the way up there. I have a remote somewhere for it, but... That's all at the radio tower. You know who's definitely not cheap? Remember Easy Bake? Obviously it's gonna be a while before I see him. Remember how much money he used to spend in here? I seen him do it on other streams too, so. Holy, what? What do you say? Speak of the devil. How did that happen? You gifted him a sub last month when I wasn't even streaming. Well, I guess it wasn't for me. How'd that happen? Wait, is Send It Easy Bake? Is Easy Bake Send It? Finkel and Einhorn. Finkel and Einhorn. Einhorn's a man. Finkel and Einhorn. Finkel and Einhorn. Laces out. Now that I live near... Well, by the way, I moved closer to West Palm, so... Alright, this had to be up here. I'm not Easy Bake. I am sensitive. That's the radio thing. Classic easy bake introduction. I haven't heard that in so long, by the way. I'm gonna have to get rid of this because I need food. Well, it was nice of you guys to come back in. Easy bake. Anyone else in here? I'll be in here on Sunday. Sunday morning, so tonight's stream will definitely be a lot shorter. I moved, and after I moved, I just had no time to stream because I was setting up my entire home's a smart home now, so that has pretty much just taken priority. It's a lot of maintenance. It's not just simply I have some light bulbs that change colors. So I was talking to Sendit about it, and if you want, I can tell you about it. But it is a lot, and that's pretty much what's taken a majority of my yeah. It's taken up the majority of my time. This is like, I think, the only somewhat safe spot. Not even. Not. Well, smart homes are very difficult to manage. I have a lot of it's all about automations, not simply like I used to think smart homes was like, oh, you can turn on your lights with your phone and blah blah blah. It made me realize how far Apple is behind with AI. I use a lot of Apple Home products, but I also use Akara, which integrates with Apple as well. I use Third Reality. I will say the Premier smart home stuff, which is very expensive, but it's Philips Hue. Especially all their bulbs are like tier 1. I have a few. Yeah, like a lot of those AIs. The other thing is I've been very well integrated with AI. I use Cloud Cowork and Cloud. I sometimes use the Opus model, but it's so fucking expensive for what I do. But effectively, I use something called Home Assistant. Home Assistant is like a free smart home. Yeah, Philips Hue are the way to go. It's just they're so fucking expensive that if you're doing every light in your house, it's going to cost a lot, which some lights I'm probably going to move over to that. But my master bedroom has like a hanging wood woven lamp or light fixture that I have hanging from the ceiling. And I have a Philips Hue, the Edison bulb in there, the real big one. And it looks beautiful in there. All of my shutters, I have plantation shutters in all the rooms. They're all automated. So they have a remote near the light switch that I added. And they also integrate with automations. And then I have I will say my experience is Apple Home is arguably the best when it comes to a local network. It's the worst when it comes to AI. Yeah, Philips Hue is definitely the premier one. I have some outside lights with them as well. They never give me issues, but Philips Hue uses a smart home integration or a smart home signal called Zigbee, and Zigbee's been around for well over a decade. The new one is Matter over Thread. You want to limit how much Wi-Fi bulbs you have, just because it's going to create bandwidth issues. So Zigbee is definitely the way to go. Matter over Thread is okay. My lock is also in a car smart lock for the front door, and then I have a level bolt smart lock. For the laundry room door leading into the garage. The Akara smart lock is the new Akara U400, I believe. Takes fingerprint, takes a code. It uses the NFC card on your phone, but the biggest thing is it uses ultra wideband. So like you put it in your pocket with your iPhone, and as you're walking to the door, once you're within 2 feet of range, it unlocks the door, and it unlocks it fast. It has a very long battery life, and even if the battery dies, you can take a USB-C to USB-C, plug it in on the outside, and use your phone to power it to get the door unlocked. It has a hard key, fingerprint, multiple fingerprints, multiple codes. It's pretty damn good. It has some finicky stuff, but I'm pretty sure firmware update. I bought it when it first came out. The other thing I got, and I was telling Sendit about this, is I have a motorized lanai, which I can say, "Hey Siri, open the lanai." I can do a lot of voice commands. The problem is Siri is kind of retarded. It's so far behind the AI, and I see why Apple is struggling, is because they have this seesaw effect that they're having, where they want to get into AI, but they also want to keep things. They're very big on privacy. They're probably the biggest on it, and in order to stay big with privacy, they have to forgo a lot of the AI stuff. And you probably saw a few months ago they decided to partner with Gemini, but their Apple Intelligence is still trash, and it was supposed to come out like 2 years ago. So they're very far behind. That's another thing. But the thing that I told Sendit I got was a new smart home, a smart robot, robot vacuum. I have the Norwal Pro. What did I say? The Narwhal Flow, and the Narwhal Flow 2. It just came out like a month ago, and it's fucking amazing. It mops and vacuums your floor. And I have mine hooked up to my plumbing system, so it drains and pulls water from the supply line. So, yep. I will say, like, it's hard to explain, but since I've dove into it, Siri's supposed to be one thing. Google is... The Gemini is definitely way better. Gemini is better. Grok is better. Apple really doesn't have an AI. And I use Cloud to tap into my Home Assistant, and I used to create automations. So you have to know how to code to make automations, but you can get Cloud or ChatGPT or Grok to do the code for you. It's gotten so advanced, the AI, that I can actually not only have it do the code for me, but it implements it into my Home Assistant for me. So I just tell it what to do and it does it. That's it. It is pretty amazing. I'm not going to deny that. The biggest thing I learned, though, as I was saying, is like smart homes are big on automations. If it's not automated, it's not truly smart. That's where it gets difficult. But I have like the Philips Hue is amazing. I'm gonna say that. It's just they're very specific on light bulbs. But if you can, I also have shades. My sliding glass door shades and my kitchen shades. We bought them. They're Hunter Douglas. They're wood woven shades. So there's 3 on the sliding glass door to cover all 3 panels, and then there's 1 on the kitchen. And basically, when you wake up in the morning, I have presence detectors in most of the rooms. When you walk into the living room, anybody walks in the living room after 7:15, the shades slowly come up and the lights slowly come on. And I have ceiling fans. Those lights are separate from the pot lights, but they slowly come on. And it's nice. And then at night, at just probably 20 minutes after sunset, those shades close. All the plantation shutters go into privacy mode, where like the top is open but the bottom is closed. The living room shades close, and the living room kitchen shades close. And the living room shades, the ones that are on the patio, sliding doors, they close halfway because my daughter's fucking walking, and she'll probably grab at them because she's 1. So they close halfway. The kitchen shade closes, and at the same time, every light in the house that is on turns candlelight, and the ceiling lights, the pot ceiling lights, they turn off. So like the ceiling fan and the hanging lights and all that turn candlelight, and it is beautiful and it is nice. Any lights that are off, once they turn on, they're turned to candlelight, and that happens every night at around 8:20ish, probably 20 minutes after sunset. And then on weekdays at 10 o'clock at night, every light in the house turns red. On the weekends at 11:45, every night light in the house turns red. So Friday night and Saturday night, it'll turn red in about 35 minutes from now. So yeah, it's not just that. It's like we leave the house, the doors lock themselves, the shades close when there's no presence detected in the office, my daughter's room, the living room, the dining room, and the kitchen. We're very different on the master bedroom because we put my daughter in there for sleep. So that sounded very fucking close. Willing to use environment. There's a lot of smart home stuff that goes on boats and RVs. I'll say that. What I'm waiting for, dude, is I'm waiting for it to get a little bit light because I'll be honest with you, I can't fucking see shit. I gotta fix my monitor settings. Thank you, Easy Bake. Is that for my smart home stuff? We're in a lot of debt because of my smart home stuff, I'll be honest. Definitely in a lot of debt. Not a massive amount. I started, the other reason I haven't been able to stream is that, obviously work, and then I started taking classes to start getting my GI Bill, use up some of my GI Bill to pay off some debt. I'm going to find my remote before the next, because I'll be streaming Sunday morning. I'm going to find my remote so I can, and I'll get on before to test these settings, because there's no reason it should be, it's bad when I look. You guys can't see it because I put gamma on for you guys. But, like, I know I'm at a huge disadvantage. I obviously have a new monitor. That's a good thing. You know what I gotta do? I think... Do I have... I do. I just got a bright drop van. What is that? A bright drop van. There's like, so a lot of my sensors are humidity sensors too. I have the Ecobee smart thermostat. Akara just came out with a new one. I would have loved to, but I didn't want to wait for it because we went on a trip to Utah, and I wanted to be able to you know, make sure the AC was off the whole time, which it was. Man. What's up with me? I forgot how to shoot zombies, I guess. No. I would love to get one. Yo, why am I stuttering so much? I'm stuttering a lot right now. Oh my god, what the heck? I can't switch to my other gun. I can't even drop my gun. Dude, I'm gonna fucking bleed out now. See something. I can't do anything right now. I don't even know if I'm bleeding out right now. Dude, this is so fucking annoying. Literally can't do anything, dude. This is so fucking annoying. I'm like lagging like crazy. Dude, I hate when this type of shit happens. I'm actually gonna have to fucking, well, no, I'd probably should just, might be better just kill myself. Because I'm not gonna log back in this character. See if I can find somewhere high to jump off of, though. Let's see if that fixes it. These are one of those days like I'd rather just get on the Molsk. I don't know why everything has been acting weird. It didn't do this last time, so sometimes I worry because all the fucking. But I don't have a ton of devices that run on Wi-Fi. Like, Easy Bake should know. Wi-Fi is not the way to go for smart home stuff. It is definitely not the way to go. The way to go is what he's doing. What he has is Zigbee. Zigbee's like a different different frequency from Wi-Fi. Well, yeah, I was looking for the AI servers you were talking about, and I couldn't find them. I heard they're pretty good. So here's the thing. I'm talking bad about Wi-Fi, but in reality, you can have a few things Wi-Fi. It's just you don't like imagine all those bulbs you have that are Philips Hue if they were all Wi-Fi. I'm assuming you have a Philips Hue hub, which I have. Philips Hue is quality. It doesn't have a huge amount of creativity, but their lights are the best and they're the most reliable. But they don't like do crazy stuff like presence sensors and shit like that. But I'm not saying don't get into it. Sonos is like are the premium brand speakers. The problem is like there's not a problem with you having Wi-Fi. Like unless you have, I have a few things that are Wi-Fi. My 2 ceiling fans are Wi-Fi inside. The 2 ceiling fans on the patio or the lanai are Wi-Fi, and the lights in the office in my daughter's room are Wi-Fi. The plantation shutters that are automated, they run off of Bluetooth, but the main hub runs off of Wi-Fi. Then I have 0 bulbs that are running off of Wi-Fi. All the light switches, I have smart light switches. They run off of Zigbee. Innovelli is probably, I have a ton of Innovelli. Innovelli is the premier smart light switch, and there's some that are presence sensors as well. I have one in my office. So yeah. I think because this is acting up, we're gonna fucking call it here, because you guys tell me what I should play. I have 2 Philips. Yeah, it is a game changer. I have the Philips Hue. I have the Edison bulb, dude. It was $100 bulb, and it's beautiful because it's inside of a wood woven hanging light that my wife picked, and that light fixture was like $400, and it's in our master bedroom. And then we have the Philips Hue bulb in there, and it is perfect. Then I have 2 Philips Hue pot lights above the dining room, and then I have the Philips Hue lights outside that shine on the trees, and you can tell it's a huge difference. They're automated as well. They come on, and just the way they have what's the word begins with A? Forgot what it is, but they're very good at their colors. Alexa is horrible, by the way. Amazon stuff, they're filled with ads that you can't get rid of. So but I will get more Philips Hue stuff. The present sensor stuff, I have the Aqara FP3. So Aqara is a brand that kind of partners with Apple. That's why my front door lock is built with it. But you need like a thread border router, which is an Apple HomePod or a separate hub or something. Like, that's the thing about smart homes. It is, I'm telling you now, it definitely, you get a few too many hubs. But here's something, Easy Bake might like this. Like, I have a hub, and it's an basically it can take any RF frequency, like your remote for your ceiling fans. It could take it and make that ceiling fan smart. And I have a motorized lanai. So I have something called Bond Bridge. So I have a motorized lanai that we fucking spent $10,000 on. It will definitely increase the home's value. I promise you that, because a lanai in Florida is a must, and mine's is motorized. And it was definitely worth it. My mom, when she comes to visit, she goes out there every morning, and she's not going to do that if you have that lanai open, because you get fucking eaten up by mosquitoes sometimes, or at night. And then I have 2 ceiling fans I installed in there as well, so it's a nice, you have to have that. Did I need the motorized one? No, but I wanted it. But that's connected to something called Bond Bridge, which takes any radio frequency remote and turns it into, integrates it into your smart home. You should, Easy Bake, you should look up Home Assistant if you haven't. I have it running on a decent mini PC. It only costs like $500, but Home Assistant has its own little thing, but it's $150. It has 6 gigabytes of RAM. My mini PC has 32, and it runs the automations perfectly. You sound like you're running it on the Philips Hue hub, but yeah, my mom likes waking up early to have her coffee, and she does wake up at like 6:30, 7 when she stays with us still. So yeah, you look into it. It is a rabbit hole you will go down, and if you have Philips Hue, you're set up for. Obviously, there's limitations. When I mean limitations, like I said, there's not a ton of creativity when it comes to smart homes with Philips Hue, but like you have lamps, you have tons of bulbs, you have I don't know what else they don't. But if you can get into the presence sensor portion, it's gonna be a game changer because they're already automated. But how about if they're automated based on when you come in the room and when you leave? Be very specific. The presence sensors are only as good as the position you place it in. For light switches, Innovelli is the way to go. Yeah. So basically, I learned December, January, February, March, April. Over the past 6 months, I've learned that your smart home isn't truly smart unless it's automated. Unless it knows what to do for you. You have to. Obviously have to train to do that, but it's not gonna simply talking into your phone saying, hey, blah blah blah, open it. Voice command should be second. You should be able to do everything. You should be able to do as little as possible on your phone. And it also is the biggest thing I'm having trouble with is, and they say is like, make sure everything can be turned on without your phone. Most can, but there's certain things that you still need the phone. So I've gotten about 70% of our light switches changed out for smart light switches. Those will probably be going with me when I leave. But the automated plantation shutters, they're going to go to the new owner. The motorized lanai is going to go to the new owner. And the motorized shades for the sliding glass door in the kitchen are going to go to the new owner. That's going to be a huge upsell. Like, I'm very confident we're gonna make money on the house just because somebody else is trying to sell the same exact house as us with none of those upgrades for about $70,000 more than we paid. So, and I'm paying attention to see if they sell for that much, because if they do, then it's like we've already got appraised for $50,000 more than we purchased a home. So I'm thinking we paid $513. We got appraised for $560. I'm definitely thinking we're gonna be able to sell it for over $6. So yeah. But those. I don't know about the. I just remember seeing like stuff like humidity sensors. Oh, another thing that I have to get is the water sensor, the one that detects based off of the amount of water flow, if you possibly have a leak or not. And every now and then, my 4.5-year-old, she leaves the water running in the bathroom after she goes potty. So that might be something to look at. My wife also accidentally left the faucet open while we were away in Utah for 2 weeks. So that hit yeah. And you can have it shut off as well. Pretty much everything I can do from my phone. I've even troubleshoot it, like a couple things from my phone and fixed it. Thermostat's another one. I'm assuming Easy Bake, you probably have a smart thermostat of some sort, but get away from that. The Google Nest is by far the worst. It's by far the worst. You could look into the new Akara one. Ecobee is definitely a better one, and I think Honeywell also has a better one. But get away from Google Nest. Yeah, I have I forgot to mention that, so I'm actually looking at it. I was telling Send it. I have the door sensors are good for automations. Yeah, Honeywell is pretty good for the smart thermostat. I went into my attic / gable roof, whatever, and I had to, at certain points I had to crawl, but I have Ethernet going to all the rooms in my house, but I wanted all of my cameras to be power over Ethernet so they could record 24/7. So I have an NVR. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cameras, including the doorbell camera, that are power over Ethernet, and I have an Ethernet switch attached to my internet router, and it's all private. It's all on an NVR. It records 24/7, so it'll record for about a week or two. I think 2 weeks, maybe a week, and then until it starts going over. I have Reolink, which is fine for now. I have 2 PTZ cameras, the pan tilt zoom cameras with 16 times zoom. I will say I learned that they're not all it's cracked up to be. They're cool, they can spin around, but those wide lens cameras, like my camera above my garage, covers all of that. The pan tilt zoom on the front corner of my house is just more like an intimidating thing. Somebody walks by and they see it focusing on them when they're coming up to the front door, but it's overkill. And then I have that on the back, and then on the side I have a static camera that's on the side that we have my daughter's room and windows and whatnot. But I have 2 unnecessary PTZ cameras. I want to add one in the lanai. I'm probably gonna have to feed another Ethernet, but the power of Ethernet is the way to go. The Wi-Fi cameras, they have a habit of sometimes dropping. Then you have to focus on signal. And I live in a CBS, a concrete brick structure, because we live in a hurricane-prone area. I have cement tile roof tile, and I have impact windows and doors. So that makes your house a makeshift Faraday cage. The Wi-Fi doesn't reach well outside. It gets up to the lanai, but it's not. You don't want to have Wi-Fi cameras out there. Yeah, I'm in Florida. My system shuts down to disconnect batteries if I lose connections. That's another thing. Generator. That was supposed to be priority, and I got like tied up with all the smart home shit. So that's another big thing is and I don't mind having a Generac. I can't afford that right now, but Generac is definitely the way to fucking go from what I saw. I can get one that'll work, that if I get a 2-way switch installed by an electrician, I just hook it up to that and it'll run off of my natural gas line. So there's that option. And I would also have, I need to start thinking about that because I think El Nino's coming, right? Do we got another El Nino on the way? Yeah, I could. So the generators I was looking at, they're cheaper. I mean, Generac is I really would love to get that, but the generators looking at anywhere from like 5,000 to 10,000. They take propane, natural gas, and gas. So they take all 3. But I'm hooked up to natural gas, so literally I would just hook it up to my line. My fucking garage door is a beast of a door. It's an impact garage door. I would love to have a Tesla wall. I just can't afford it right now. I definitely need some sort of generator. I don't know what I'm gonna get, but I need a backup generator. I'm in Florida. Obviously, like, if our power goes out for a hurricane and we're stuck in this heat, that is bad. That is very bad. my aunt has like a small little generator. I'm like, that's not enough. Not when I have a 1-year-old and a 4 and 8-year-old and my wife. Like, I'm not gonna, yeah. So you guys are just reminding me. I really need to think about that. And my daughter needs fucking some things for her teeth, not braces, but something else. Oh fuck. I want to pay off our car. There's only like 4,000 left on it. It's just I hate having a car payment. It's not even the greatest car. Like I would love to have an electrical car, but or at least a nicer car. We need a bigger one. We need an SUV. We need a full-size SUV. So I realized how much that was when we rented a car in Utah for a trip. That how much of a benefit that was. But anyway, you guys tell me what I should play on. I'm gonna get on sometime 9-10 o'clock Sunday morning. I'll play the whole fucking day. Send it in Discord. Send me one of the AI servers. Get me the IP address, please, because I can't find it anywhere. Otherwise, I'll probably play something a little bit more long-winded, like Chernarus or something. I see Chernarus went up to fucking 90 pop. That's cool. Or Nyheim. Really? Yeah, and a lot of people told me there's no point in getting a solar roof in Florida, but I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. There's days where there's a ton of fucking sun out. It's not like it's always cloudy. And I moved to West Palm. I feel like it's sunnier here than it was in Broward, but I'm not sure. But anyway, we'll finish this conversation Sunday morning. I hope everybody here is able to stop by, because I'll be on for a while. I got 2 barrels of gas. I need all that stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna get off. I appreciate you guys coming back, welcoming me back. Hit up the Discord if you guys want. Please send me one of those AI servers so I can try it out on Sunday. And Easy Bake, I appreciate the bits. Yes, West Palm. I thoroughly enjoy living here. I'm just trying to get to my office out here, so hope that happens. Pink Steak. Try that steakhouse if you haven't. Anyways, I'm gonna call it. Appreciate you guys, and I hope to see you guys on Sunday. Have a good night.